Today guys, I'm going to be telling you a few things that you shouldn't do in Grand RP. So I hope you're going to enjoy the video. If you haven't already joined the server before and want to, be sure to click the link down below in the description, click on start playing, select which server you want to play on, register an account, and download the launcher. And you should be good to go from there. But let's not waste any time and jump straight into this. The very first thing, I'd highly recommend never purchasing any vehicles from dealerships. And there's a good reason for this. You're just overpaying a lot of money. It's honestly just like real life. If you were to go to a dealership and buy a $200,000 car in real life, you drive it off the lot, you'll lose some value instantly. Well, it's the exact same way in Grand RP. Helicopters are one great example of this, but it's not only helicopters, it's planes, it's cars as well. Something I always used to do is I would need a helicopter, and a lot of the time I would sell my helicopters off. I would normally buy this Swift Deluxe. I would then put some window tint on it, I would paint it as well, and then I'm like, oh shit, I need some money. So I would end up selling it. Nobody would pay 12 mil for it, even though I put window tint on and changed the color. I ended up selling them for usually like 8 million bucks. The Super Velito Carbon, I actually just bought off somebody, I believe for like $7 million. He had it painted with window tint as well. So he lost a bunch of money on that. Even though in the past, I've actually purchased, I believe, 3 or 4 helicopters from the dealership itself and then sold them to people in the city later, and I've probably lost over $10 million just from doing that. It's the exact same thing with cars. You can go and buy a $6 million Mercedes AMG GT Black Series. You can put some upgrades on it, and then you could try to sell it. Now, if it's fully maxed out, you'll be able to make a bit more money. But if you just upgraded the engine one time, maybe put a couple other little things on here and there, you're not going to be able to sell it for much more than you bought it for. You might not even be able to sell it for more than you bought it for. So if you ever want to buy any vehicles, it's always better to just post an ad saying, looking to buy this. And 90% of the time, somebody will respond to you. And even if they try to sell you the car or plane or helicopter for the same price that you could buy it from any of the dealerships, odds are they put some upgrades on the vehicle. At the very least, window tint. Like if you were to buy a Chiron from the dealership, it's 10 mil. But if you were to buy a Chiron from somebody that had window tint on it, I think it's around 500K to put on this car. Maybe more, might be $1 million, I can't remember. But either way, that just saves you a little bit of money. So that's one thing you shouldn't do. Next, let's discuss chip tuning. First, let's pick a car right here. Let's see, what do we want to drive today? Let's spawn in something expensive. A Maybach. Now, this car I got from the Battle Pass. I actually managed to get 2 of these things, which was sick. And it's $40 million. As you can see, I have not upgraded it whatsoever. If I were to bring it to chip tuning, it's going to cost a lot of money. And here's the reason why you don't want to upgrade expensive cars at chip tuning. Unless you have millions and millions of dollars and you really don't care because it doesn't even make a dent in your bank account. As you know, a long time ago, they released a second upgrade system where you can install a transmission, tires, an engine, brakes. So I actually tested it out one time. A fully maxed out car from chip tuning and a fully maxed out car from this new upgrade system. And the new upgrades actually made the car faster compared to the chip tuning upgrades. The thing is, those new upgrades will cost you a whole lot less than the upgrades from chip tuning, which is why I haven't upgraded a car at chip tuning in a very, very long time. The only vehicles I would ever upgrade here would be very cheap vehicles. Like I said, this is a $40 million car. Let's just take a look at how much this is going to cost. $4 million to upgrade the engine one time. $1 million for brakes, $600K for suspension, and $800K for transmission. Now, once I upgrade this engine, the next engine upgrade will cost $8 million. The one after that will cost $12 million, and the one after that will cost $16 million. That's a lot of money. But then, what you should do instead is go to Beach Market or post an ad saying, hey, I'm looking to buy a high-quality engine, or high-quality tires, or brakes, or anything like that. Well, that's great, because you can buy every one of those upgrades at max quality for about $350K each. But when it comes to the engine, that's going to cost you a bit more because that's what makes your car a whole lot faster. So that can cost $800K, maybe $1 million. I honestly can't remember. It's been a while since I've actually been looking for one. But either way, that's still a whole lot cheaper than what it'll cost you at chip tuning. Because even if it did only cost $1 million to upgrade the engine one time, that's upgrading it one time. You're not fully maxing it out. So it cost $1 million the first time, then $2 million, then $3 million, then $4 million. And you're doing all of that when in reality, all you need to do is just get a max level engine from somebody at Beach Market, and then just like that, your car is technically a whole lot faster than it would be if you were to upgrade it at chip tuning. Like I said, you could do both, but if you're just planning to do one, it's a much better idea to just upgrade your car with the new upgrade system. And don't forget, you can also take a risk, and you can open up some of these containers right here. As soon as I get to them, where are they? Right here. All of these containers. You can get tires, suspension, transmission, engines, brakes, everything you need for grand coins. Now this one, for example, the worst thing you can get is money. The best thing you can get is a max level engine. We have 3 grand coins right now. Let's try to get some tires. See what happens. We open one, and we get 5 grand. Well, that sucks. Now, I wouldn't recommend opening these containers to get these parts, just because it's not really worth it. Doesn't guarantee you the best option, I guess. But we got some tires. All right, let's see what level they are. And we got, you know what? Level 2 tires. I will take that. That's not terrible. Level 3 tires are the highest one. And like I said, they sell for like 350k. These ones, obviously, you can't sell because they're untradeable, but those probably won't even go for 50k or 100k. If you have a cheap car, though, I would definitely recommend upgrading it at chip tuning as well, because it doesn't really cost you all that much money. Like if you spent maybe 100k buying the vehicle, it's only going to cost you $10,000 to upgrade it the first time for the engine, and then $20,000, then $30,000, then $40,000, which is really not a lot of money. But if you got those expensive cars, would not recommend bringing them to chip tuning. Just go and try to find those other upgrades instead, and you'll be much better off. The next thing, most people already know this, but if you're newer to the city and you just joined and you're looking around for something cool, and then you're like, let me go on my phone for a second. And you're like, oh, crypto. Well, doesn't this look cool? I can buy one crypto for $11,000. So then you try to buy one. It goes through. Your money gets added to the general fund, as you probably all know. And then crypto goes up by 500 bucks. You're like, okay, sweet, let me sell it. Well, you can't because there's no money in the general fund. Everybody already knows crypto got screwed up a very, very long time ago. A ton of people made millions of dollars, including me. And a lot of people lost hundreds of millions of dollars because they still have crypto just sitting in their account waiting to sell. A lot of people are actually just sitting there waiting, watching the general fund to see if it goes up a little bit, because then they could sell off some of their crypto. It used to be a pretty decent way to make money, but sadly now it's not the best. The only time I ever buy crypto, or ever did buy it, was when I was trying to complete a battle pass task where I had to buy 100 crypto. So I would quickly buy 100 and then sell it off instantly. And sometimes I wouldn't even be able to sell it off because somebody would sell off theirs before I did. I really hope they fix crypto at some point because it's really useless and a ton of people are still kind of screwed over from it. I don't really know why they ever messed it up, but it was sitting at like $14,000 per coin. And then the server restarted and they changed it to like 19,500. So a bunch of people made tons and tons of money. And then a couple hours after the restart, the entire general fund was emptied out of over $2.5 billion or something like that. And a lot of people just kind of got screwed. But either way, those are a few things you probably don't want to do in Grand RP. A couple of them can save you, actually all of them can save you money, to be honest, which is everybody's main goal. Save money, make money, have fun. But hopefully this helped you guys out. And if you know anything else, be sure to comment it down below to help some people out. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. And with that said, I will catch you guys in the next one.